Jesse. I'm with Wilder, and you're listening to Backwards Star Galactica, podcast where we listen to a show. Nope, we watch a show backwards, and then you listen to it forwards. Us talk about it backwards. How was that?
How was that? Is that your question?
Yes.
It was for sure the worst one yet. So go ahead and tighten it up. Put a little spritz on it.
I'll hit it with again. Oh, I didn't know you wanted a spritz. You want me to spritz
it? You know I'm always trying to get a little spritz on there.
Okay, let me try a little spritz. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Backwards Star Galactica. It's me, Jesse. You're here with Wilder and me. We watch a TV show backwards. Spritz. What'd you think of that one?
That was it.
Good.
That was exactly what I was hoping you would do.
Cool. Yeah.
We all know spritz means racist Italian impression.
Correct.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to our home.
We cleaned up for you.
Wait, before we even start talking about the show, can I just talk about another racist Italian impression? Or
yeah, I hope so.
So I live in New York City, and
you fucking brag about it.
Yeah, well, I am, but you know what I love is that I am often talking about video games because I'm a nerd ass bitch, and everyone here pronounces Mario as in the Super Mario Brothers Mario.
They fucking say Mario, don't they? Oh,
which is great because do you know what Mario's catchphrase is? It's a me, Mario. He pronounces his name in his catchphrase.
That's true. That's a good point. There actually is a solution to this.
Yeah, he says like literally only those words. Like I don't think.
Let me tell you the trick about people from the East Coast. They don't care about that.
They sure don't. I had a couple, at least 4 people asked me if I wanted to play Mario Kart, and it's like it rhymes with. It's like there's an internal rhyme, like the ma and the car, like it's Mario Kart for.
What's his fucking villain's name? Wario?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Do they also? So they say Wario, but they also say Mario.
No, I think they say Wario.
Is that real?
I don't know. I'll ask. I'll bring it up casually. I'll set a little trap.
Hear somebody say Wario to me, they will find themselves at the bottom of the Hudson.
Yeah, and deservedly so because that's wrong. But does he say his name? I guess honestly, everyone pronounces his name wrong because he pronounces it
no,
like he has a gross.
Yeah, but he's getting there. He's not going wah like he's.
Yeah.
It's oof.
So, anyways, this is our linguistics podcast where we talk about accents and how they relate to video game characters.
This is season 4, episode 12.
Yeah, you ready for me to hit you over the fucking face with this episode title?
Yeah, what a title it was.
A Disquiet Follows My Soul.
Who do you reckon is speaking the title?
I have no idea. I assume
which character's soul is followed by a disquiet?
It's got to be the soul of the ship. It's the Battlestar
Now
soul.
Go on and tell me what a disquiet is. It can't just be noise.
Well, ships are noisy, right?
Sure.
Yes or no? Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if your soul is disquieted, you must be. You're
really going through something.
Disquieted. If I'm disquiet, is it disquiet or disquieted? Like I would say, I'm disquiet because it doesn't.
The whole shit sounds made up to me. So either way sounds wrong.
I think it means like worried, right?
Well, maybe I'm disquieted about this title.
Yeah. Well, that's for if it means worried, then that's for double sure.
Perhaps the title applies to Galen. That would be the best I could give.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I think it's for...
It's like what is it, like a Scrubs episode? It's like from one of those weird first-person titles.
Yeah,
My first disquiet.
Yeah, just go ahead and lay out some more of those funky beats for me, would you?
More Scrubs bits?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swig from my beer, so you got free reign. It's all yours, fella.
You're drinking. You're drinking on the job. You're treating this job like it's playtime, is what you're doing.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I know it's a very serious endeavor, but. My soul is so disquieted that I need a tasty frosty malty beverage to.
I would have been mad, but you blew me out of the water with that good ass usage of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I don't think there were any new characters, so let's jump right into shit list. And guess what? The Doctor is worse than ever. He is the worst character in television. He's even worse than Galen. He's even worse than Gaius.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This episode begins with the Doctor. He says two things to a pregnant woman.
Mm-hmm.
First, he tells her to shut the frack up.
Yep.
And then he says to the father of the unborn child, try looking with your eyes. I mean, eye.
Yep.
He says that to Eye Patch. And then he starts smoking a cigarette.
Yep, sure does. And then the nurse is like, don't do that, maybe. And he says, she'll live. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. He
is the worst doctor of all time. Mm-hmm. He is such a bad doctor.
Yeah, it's like so comically so at this point that it's almost upsetting.
I think I could be a better doctor.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm sorry, Wilder, do you know to not smoke in front of pregnant women?
That's the one thing I know.
Yeah, so then it seems like you probably got it.
Yeah, what a fucking freak he is. I'll tell you who else is on shit list is Hot Dog.
Oh boy, yeah.
Hot Dog, the baby mama.
Yeah, baby daddy. There is a term for that, and that's it.
No,
okay.
You say baby mama. That's when we're talking about Hot Dog.
Am I tripping, or is Galen Hull's son the first time we've seen Galen Hull's son?
Yes. I want to know what happens to this kid after this. Because I don't.
Because we never see this child again.
Well, we do see an image. Remember when like Athena, or Boomer, one of them, yeah, like fucking projects that image of like the bedroom of the kid, and Galen like runs through it.
Oh yeah, you think that's it?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I guess so. Yeah. Because
it's obviously like her kid, and Galen thought it was his, but it turns out it's Hot Dog's. Everyone is just fucking. This is the horniest, drunkest ship. It's like a cruise. It's a booze cruise.
Yeah,
it's a fucking princess cruise.
The Battlestar is a booze cruise. Everyone is just. It's just like rampant horniness. They don't tell you president's dying of syphilis, not cancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, she was kind of leaderboard for me this week.
Yeah, she does all right. She's like, oh, fuck cancer. I'm gonna throw these pills in the Garbo.
Throws the pills in the Garbo. I'm gonna take a run around the entire ship. It's like, by ship I mean ship. It's like the beginning of fucking Spaceballs, or not the beginning. At some point in Spaceballs, Mel Brooks runs over and is out of breath, and he's like, I had to run because if I walked, the movie would be over. Oh, that is what's happening in this bit. She's just cruising the ship, and she's completely out of breath. Has lots of cancer.
Yeah. We got another appearance of my favorite character, the
Rabbling Senators?
The Rabbling Senators, yes.
Yep.
And they are fucking worthless.
Yeah,
Lee is trying to, like, hook them up with some knowledge. And one guy's like, motion to fuck off, Lee. And everyone's like, firsted and seconded and all of them. And that happens, like, 30 seconds before we learn that Vice President is confirmed a big sack of shit.
Yeah.
So they're still pretty high on the leaderboard for me. I gotta tell you, shit list is getting packed.
Yeah, it's getting full in there. Gaius, obviously.
Gaius, we'll get to that scene, but that was such fucking madness. What happens with Gaius at the end of this? But also, I gotta tell you, Starbuck. See you later. Like, you're on the shit list now.
No, I liked her this episode. I like that she's just, like, making a bunch of, like, mean jokes about Felix's one leg. She had a couple sick one-leg burns.
Yeah, well, they're not even really burns, though. She says, I'll definitely hit a cripple, and at least I'm not a gimp. So they're not even really sick burns.
No, she had another thing. She said something about, like, what was it? I don't know why I never write these down. I always think I'm going to remember it, but I don't. She had, like, one that was more mildly clever than that.
Okay. Well, I don't remember that, so it didn't happen, and she kind of sucked. Also, obviously, Gaia sucked. I have, like, Galen is, like...
He's gotten better to me.
Getting better. He actually was surprising to me. And I also like Lee. He's so like, whatevs, but...
Yeah, he was... There was no Tub Lord in this episode, but they did allude to the fact that he used to be, like, a terrorist or something.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to it, but I think we learned a big thing I think you and I learned a big thing. Also, this maybe is the most we've seen Edward James Olmos in an episode, which doesn't seem right.
For sure.
But
least we've seen Starbuck.
Yeah.
She was in like one part.
And she's just pissed. She's just fucking
I also
pissed.
noticed that weird fucking outfit she's wearing, Hot Dog's wearing the same thing. Like all the pilots or whatever must wear these stupid outfits.
Yes.
Hot Dog sucks.
Boy, he sure does suck.
Not a fan of Hot Dog Costanza. I would have liked to have seen more Nacho and more Motor Mouth or whatever the other one's names are.
Racetrack and Skulls?
Yeah,
those were names, I think.
Yeah. Racetrack. Fucking
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And also, like, Adama's taken some drogas too. Did you notice that? What was he popping into his mouth?
I don't know, but it doesn't super matter because we've seen where it goes, which is nowhere. I mean, there's a lot of this show where I'm like, ooh, interesting. And I wonder if that's a thing in other shows that I'm watching. Like, I don't rewatch a lot of television shows. But
yeah.
But right now, I'm just the whole time I'm like, well, that doesn't go anywhere, or I forget. But I don't. Think
I always
it goes
have
anywhere.
this moment where I'm like, that's interesting, and then I remember like, wait, but I saw the rest, and that nothing happened. Nothing comes of that.
The fact that we never really fuck with Galen's kid again is a little buck wild, because the last thing he says is, "Oh, like basically like sit here till I come back," and then he never comes back. That like if you like in the last episode that cut, it would be like a cartoon when there's basically both of them are skeletons, like the little baby is a skeleton. And
didn't you fucking say that you saw multiple kids in that nursery scene?
Yeah, definitely.
So he must be in there.
He must be. But
problem is, like, we wouldn't have recognized some little honky ass kid.
The other thing is that, like, I mean, it seems like we'll probably get more info on the next episode, but like they're making it. He said that it's a half Cylon baby, but they didn't make nearly as big of a deal as with that baby as they did with Athena. Athena's like the linchpin of the final like 6 episodes.
So Hot Dog ain't no Cylon.
Hot Dog it ain't no Cylon for surely. But also it just seems like they really brushed over like, oh yeah, when Galen has a half Cylon kid, whereas when Athena comes around they're like, oh fuck, that's a half Cylon. That's crazy.
Yeah, do you think that maybe that kid dies and we didn't even realize it?
That kid is for sure dead.
Yeah, like
I mean, he left him with Hot Dog. Like that's the.
Why is Hera so much more important than?
Hera. I keep saying Athena, kid. But Hera is the child.
Athena, the mama of a Hera.
Oh yeah. I also
the mama of a Hera.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep doing like racist accents.
Yes.
Cool. You can call this episode racist accents if you don't mind.
I do.
Yeah, I do too. Don't do that, please. I think that Galen is leaderboard also because he's not gonna raise somebody else's kid. Like I feel like in that situation, like you would think, oh well, I already considered it my son, but he really is like, it's yours now. Let me teach you how to be a dad.
He passes him right the fuck off. Yeah. Hands him right quick.
I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I'll tell you what. This is your fucking responsibility.
Yeah, and guess what? You're baby now.
Yeah.
Bye. Peace. Sit with him until I come back, which will be never.
Yeah. And also the guy's like, I don't know nothing about being a dad. And Galen's like, it sucks. And then leaves.
Yeah.
So actually Galen's my new favorite character.
By its hospital bed. Yeah, Galen's leaderboard for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny that, like, so that means as he gets worse. I just gotta know why he chokes that girl to death. Like, it really is just still on my mind.
It's only on my mind the second we start talking about this show, and then the second we stop, the second I hit the stop recording button,
exactly.
I'm like, I forgot already. I'll never go watch that again.
I always say it, but I gotta rewatch that scene. Still haven't done it.
We also like only see her like every other episode. We also don't know her name still.
Oh, I think it was Sherry.
What was that?
I wasn't confident, so I gave up. I think it was Sherry.
You weren't confident, like, because we've been so confident with everything we've said in this podcast.
I wouldn't want to say something that's incorrect.
That would be dumb.
That'd be really stupid of me.
Stupid, yeah, you are stupid. So, I think Galen is a leaderboard for me.
Yeah.
that's like, and obviously the boardroom of dumbass senators I love.
Yeah, I know you do. Their microphones are ridiculous.
And a party to them, but different, and we'll talk about them when we get into summary. But the room full of journalists, it was equally as cacophonous and nonsensical.
The little press conference that went down.
Yeah, but I have a whole spiel with that, so I don't even want to get into it yet until we talk about our sponsor.
And that I hear it. I hear them, the horns.
Yes,
the horns of plenty.
Yep, coming across the mountaintops. Here they are, and we have arrived at our sponsorship this week. So this one, I hate to tell you, you might not be able to get in on it as much.
What does that mean?
Well, it's just because you live in.
Don't fucking say lamb and rice to me.
It's not. Oh God! But why don't we put a button in that one, because that might be a future one for sure. No, because you live in a literal desert, you don't experience this as much. But this week's sponsor is the season Spring. Spring is our sponsor this week.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. We have Spring. That's one of our two. That's one of our 2 seasons here.
You have like scorching hot shit, and also like this is nice. What is this?
Yeah,
I mean
that's right.
So let me give you the lowdown. First of all,
spring is a day and a half long in LA.
Nice, cool.
And the other rest of the time is spent melting into the ground.
Yes. I've been not for spring. I haven't timed it, just right. But,
yeah, you really got to time it right.
You gotta nail that.
Sometimes it happens while you're on the plane, and you just miss it.
And you barely miss it. A flower grows out of one tree, one little cactus bud. And then it immediately dies.
Yeah, it just kind of goes,
yeah,
and then it just turns into dust.
Yeah. But here in New York, home of Mario,
are you sure it's not Spring?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, winter's over, and then we have Springu. Oh shit. No, because the problem with I when I went to move here, people were like, "Winter's gonna kill you. It gets real cold," and I was like, "Fuck you. I like the cold," and I do, and it doesn't get too cold for me. I like it when it's real nippy out.
Yeah, the weather's not what bothers me in the winter. There, it's just the inconvenience of a snow.
Well, what gets me
in my way.
What gets me is what I learned when I was a baby boy is that all the seasons were the same amount of time, and that is not correct. Winter is 55 months long. Winter is basically, I mean, I don't want to, make an overplayed joke, but the shit is Game of Thrones. Whatever that fucking Gang of Thrones, what's it called? I don't watch it.
Gang of Cones.
Gang of Cones. When they're all like,
let's do that show next.
when they're all like, the Gang of Cones is all like, hey, the cold time is upon us. That's what they say. That's their catchphrase.
What if there was a human being who thought that show was called Gang of Cones?
But spring has fucking sprung here. And let me just tell you, it's like, I think right now it's probably 50 degrees outside. And I can guarantee you there are 2 shirtless people somewhere on my block just outside drinking beer like it's 100 degrees outside, and I am
that's nice
for it. It's so great. The flowers are blooming. Love is in the air. And
are you doing a French thing now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit. We're at fucking Epcot. I'm hitting all the accents.
Can you even
baby.
name a single flower?
Yeah, tulips and roses. And,
third one.
Carnations. Ooh, carnations. Ooh, good one.
Good one. Big one.
Fuck.
Yeah. There's the green one.
Boy.
Succulent. That's not a flower.
It's more like it's not.
Just like a uglier cactus.
Right.
There's a
violets.
Is that real?
Are violets
Isn't that just a color?
Real?
That's not what I mean. Aren't they like just like a type of other flower? I'm abandoning this one right now. I believe it. Violets. Oh, poppies. Poppies, my dear. We got poppies. We got pops.
How dare you just move past the fact that you...
No, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Do you know that I, for most of my life, and by most of my life, I mean it was probably in high school when I learned that reindeer are real.
Yeah, no, that's not that far off. I mean, that's how I feel about
fictional Santa Claus creatures.
That's how I feel about narwhal. I honestly, there's like maybe 11% of me that still believes narwhals are fake. Until I
mean, they're definitely real.
See it. Oh, you seen one? Like IRL. You been?
I got one.
Oh, you got one at home.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What do you think his fucking name is?
Tell me.
Norman.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say Mario.
Yeah.
you idiot. Anyways, yeah. But let's not lose the plot too much here because we're really known for staying on task. Spring is fucking dope. I thought autumn was my favorite season, and I still really like autumn or fall, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but I say fall because I'm not a little fucking fancy boy.
Yeah, well, we know you're not a fancy boy. You fucking yokel. But spring is fucking dope, especially since summer in New York, other than the horrible heat, humidity, and bugs, is incredible. And it's just like the signal. It's like the flare has gone up, and people are about to get fucking buck nasty in here. They are.
Ooh, I do like it when people get nasty wild.
Oh man, the subway turns into like this hot, stanky rave with no music though. Everyone's just.
But the subway is the best part in the summer because that's the only part that's air conditioned.
Well, it's air conditioned in the train, but on the platform, it's train. Like you're in a dead person's mouth. It's horrible.
The platform is the worst place in the world. Maybe that's why the train feels so good.
Yes.
Is because you've just been sitting inside of a rotting horse carcass the whole time.
Yes. That's also filled with rats and garbage, and for some reason, the same amount of water on the tracks, regardless of time, day, season, year, doesn't matter. All of them have this little crick of water just ever present. Including in the springtime. So this week's sponsor, Spring, thank you so much. You have sprung, and I fucking love you for it.
Yeah, and just send us some spring.
Yeah, send Wilder some violets.
Yeah, send me some of your fucking fictional ass violets. See who's laughing then. It will be me. So in this episode, where discomfort is quieting somebody's soul, the mutiny is birthed between Felix and Vice President Tom.
Wait, you're always skipping things I love.
Well, I don't. Always skipping things that you
watching the same fucking thing. Look, the opening scene is like the worst version of the Dexter credits. It's like the beginning of Edward James's day. Yeah, and he's like wearing.
How about that part where he brushes his teeth for far too long? He has like a toothpaste just kind of dribbling out of his mouth, and it really lingers on that shot.
Yes.
And I didn't care for it, and I would like to tell Ronald D. Moore, you go ahead and take that one to go.
How about yeah, he's going to take it to go. How about the fact that he brushes his teeth with toothpaste twice in this episode? I'm sorry. We were led to believe that toothpaste is a fucking rarity. It is topaz or some shit.
Do you think that's on purpose? Do you think he's like hiding toothpaste from everybody?
Yeah, this is a subplot that they're not really addressing, which is that the like adamantium equivalent, which is Crest Pure White, he is just stockpiling that shit. So anyways, yeah, that was a dumb way to start the episode. Continue what you were talking about.
Yeah, I forgot. Starbucks says that she has the last toothpaste tube in the galaxy. Maybe because he just brushes his teeth so fucking often. He used up all the toothpaste.
Well, it's not even that he's doing it often. It's just that so much is escaping from his mouth. He
uses too much toothpaste. Yeah. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Which is a thing. The dentist tells you, don't use too much. Your fucking teeth will rot out.
Wash his dishes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. God. Finish him off.
Yeah.
You set him up. Now kill him.
Ooh. I hate to see him. I do some laundry. Mario.
Oh no. We gotta throw this episode in the garbage where it belongs.
I would love to see the one person on Earth that talks like that get really offended at us.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me.
I'm gonna sit down and eat some pizzeria with the mozzarella and listen to my favorite podcast. Ooh.
Oh no.
He does the Mario.
This used to be so charming, but now I feel ashamed to listen.
Oh no! Like that's the other.
He's also like spinning pizza dough as he's listening to this.
We don't have any listeners in Italy, do we?
No. Shout out to our listeners in Brazil.
Tight, Brasilia, Brazil. It's the capital.
How do you know how to speak Portuguese?
No, dude, I was gonna do it, but we've been so offensive that, like, there's no way I'm gonna fake Portuguese right now.
That is what they speak in Brazil, right?
Yeah, I think that's actually correct.
Yeah, I knew that because I'm smart. I have a smart brain. I use all the brain smarts that I was given.
All right,
by God.
Boy, okay.
And just look, to our listeners in Brazil, I would just like to say "Olá," and that is how you say it in Portuguese.
My favorite Portuguese saying is uno, dos, tres, catorce. Hello, hello, hola. The U2 song. Remember that?
Oh, man.
Remember the U2 song?
Look, let's just leave it at this. Obrigado por ouvir Backstar Galactica.
Okay,
no, I fucked it up. I said Backstar.
You couldn't get through it. You couldn't get through your
I
fucking bullshit
said a bunch of
Google
Portuguese
Translate.
words, and then I fucked up the English word. God damn it.
And you were doing it in this shitty Italian accent, jackwagon.
Yeah, of course I was doing it in the Italian accent.
Someone's gonna kill us. We're marked for death now.
Dang. What happens? Okay, so Admiral brushes his teeth for about 49 minutes of the episode, and the other 11 minutes are Felix and Tom making a plot. Starbuck is...
Okay, wait.
What was her thing?
Wait a minute.
She just talks shit to Felix for a little bit.
She talks shit to Felix, but the thing. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, they go to this press conference, and they're like, no one answers anything, which is really funny. They're basically it's a bunch of the media, and they're talking to Vice President and Edward James and Lee, and every single answer is a non-answer, which is actually realistic. My thing. In the opening credits, every episode, it tells us there are under 40,000 survivors. It's like 38 something or 39 something, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much media do 40,000 people need? Because that was representatives from, 14 different media outlets?
That was a lot.
That was a lot, right? So to give you, I actually was like, I wonder what kind of numbers these are. So the Richmond district in San Francisco, which is a small city for a large city, and that is not even the biggest district in that, has 60,000 people. Imagine if the Richmond district, like 1/5 of San Francisco, had like 14 different newspapers, all with very intense political journalism sections where they would send off to...
What a fucking nightmare that would be.
Yeah. It's immediately I was like, nah, it's too many. That's way too many.
You're ripping through logistics left and right over here.
Yeah, well, that's because I have integrity, unlike you, and I have a dedication to the game and the passion, and other words.
That was a nightmare. You want to talk about this Gaius cult leader scene?
No. You're skipping ahead.
I don't remember the order these things happen in.
How are you taking notes? Are you not taking notes?
I have amnesia. Oh yeah, I take notes.
So are your notes like they're like a Jackson Pollock? You just spray them all over one page and...
Yep.
Okay.
You want to know the real thing? I delete them after I talk about them so I don't say them again.
Oh my god.
Because I have a
You're
bad memory.
So stupid. That is so stupid. Okay.
I have a bad memory.
You have a bad brain. It's broken. Go get a replacement. So there's the whole scene where Gaius finds out, or no, that Galen finds out that it's not his kid. Not because the doctor's gonna tell him, by the way. Doctor's just cool, like...
Oh, doctor wants to keep it a secret.
Yeah, and especially because Schmushmortion is illegal on the Battlestar, he says.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he was like, we're gonna do an illegal one, but we didn't,
Also, wouldn't be surprised if he actually said Schmushmorshman, because that kid is...
Yeah, he's a weak-ass doctor.
Barely a doctor.
Yeah. And... then we learn that...
This is also... I feel like I just realized after that scene, we haven't seen Caprica in, like, the last couple episodes.
Yeah. No, not at all. She hasn't done much, which is crazy because she is, like, the most important part of the last, 5 episodes.
Furthermore, the last couple episodes, there have been, like, no projection flashback alternate universe weird things.
I'm telling you, those fucking last episodes were Looney Tunes, and we were so thrown, and I think that the show is much more mild than what we were led to believe.
Oh boy.
So we find out in this episode that maybe the reason that nobody likes Cylons is because the Cylons destroyed Earth. Is this the first we're hearing about this?
Probably not.
I think it might be. I mean, the first Me and You.
No, I know they're in search. I know they were in search of Earth, and like they didn't really believe in it. That sounds familiar to me.
But like I wrote in my notes, they still have not explained why Cylons are bad. And then like 4 bullet points later, somebody made the point that the reason fucking whatever that city is that they're always talking about, whatever, New Caprica, nope, it starts with a C, it doesn't matter. Basically, like, I'm not gonna let Cylons in control because they fucked us the first time. See, I feel like I didn't know that, because this whole time I've been like, why do you fucking hate these robots? They don't even know they're robots. You don't know they're robots until they get sold out.
Right, that's a good ass reason to hate them.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, now I'm like, maybe this mutiny is not a bad idea. Why would we trust these Earth destroyers? I don't trust them. They sound like fucking Terminators. Like, that's what the Terminators were. Literally, this is Terminator.
That's your big take, huh?
Yeah, it's Terminator. This is a prequel or a sequel, unclear, to Terminator, or parallel universe, different timeline. I don't know how any of that works. What I do know is that Pegleg really telegraphs this mutiny. Like, if you didn't know, it's funny to me that like 3 episodes ago for us, Edward James almost doesn't know who the source of the mutiny is for a second, when Pegleg has done nothing but be like, oh, the reckoning is coming. He like threatens Starbuck and then is like, close the door, I need to talk to some people. Like, what do you think's happening, guys? Nobody wants to report that or thinks that that's suspicious at all?
Yeah, Admiral missed the signs on that one. I don't like that his name is Admiral Adama. Those words sound very similar to me.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Do you think someone was like, he's an admiral, and then they were like, what should we call him? He was like, Admiral Adama.
So exactly what you did when you were trying to remember Sherry's name.
Yeah. Do you think that's her name, Sherry?
No, I do not.
Sherry.
What?
I thought you were also going to sing that with me.
What was that? What were you singing?
I was doing like this song, is that Frankie Valli?
I don't know. Sing more of it, louder.
Sherry baby. You know that song.
I don't think so. Sing more. Sing the whole thing.
There's a scene in this episode where Gaius is talking to a big group of people.
And getting lit. He's getting lit, right?
Smoking a stoog.
Is that Stanky Dank or is it Stanky Dank?
I'm going to go ahead and call it Stanky Dank for 500. What is Stanky Dank?
Stanky motherfucking Danky Corner. It's been a while, am I right, ladies and germs?
This week's host, Gaius.
Yeah, he like is crooning into a mic, saying a lot of wacko shit.
It's very culty.
Yes.
He's talking about uprising. He's like, everyone's just sitting and staring intently, and then it just kind of becomes this weird evangelical church scene where people are like, yeah,
but
that's
it's
right.
But it's like
that's
anti-church,
right. Like,
because he says maybe God should come down here and beg for forgiveness.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So he's just getting lit and spewing some crazy like fountainhead,
and they are eating it up.
Oh boy, yeah, until they eat it too much and Galen rocks fucking Hot Dog.
Well, yeah, Hot Dog shows his face, which not sure what business Hot Dog or Galen have in this area.
Yeah.
But Hot Dog shows up just mere minutes after Galen has learned that he is the father of the bride.
Yes.
And he punches him in his gourd, in his stupid hot dog gourd.
Yep. And then what happens is, like, it basically turns into a fight club. Like, of the 25, 30 people that are there, exactly one is trying to
lose their minds,
break up the fight. The rest of them are cheering and screaming, and Gaius just keeps on hitting that danky
Gaius
asshole
sits
spliff.
Back. It almost looks like this was Gaius's weird plan. Like, he sits back and just enjoys as, like, the chaos grows around him, and he's just sitting there quietly smoking his joint.
Even though we know that's not the case, he had nothing to do with the fight at all.
Yeah, it just happens the fact that Hot Dog showed up.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Gaius is annoying.
Yeah, he's horrible. He also mentions, the whole first part of that speech was great foreshadowing, because he's like, what kind of person leaves their flock? What type of leader abandons a coward?
He does that.
Yeah, he does. Like, literally in the next episode, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to leave. I'm really sorry.
I just can't stay."
Yeah, I was so fucking high when I said that stuff, and it's just too much for me. I've come down, and boy, I said some things I regret, just like everyone, right? all right, well, I'm going to see you later. I'm leaving. I am abandoning you. Goodbye.
And that's Gaius in a nutshell.
Yep.
The episode ends with Vice President Tom thrown in jail for some reason.
Yep.
Don't remember why.
Yep.
No, Adama tells him not to eat the food.
You don't remember why? It's because they hear him talking to the ship. Because there's a point when a ship of the fleet gets...
Oh, yeah, one of the other ships in the fleet has already been mutinied.
Yeah, and jumps away, which gets resolved very quickly. I was like, oh, fuck. And it's the gas ship. It's the most important ship, probably. It's the one that has all the fuel on it. And they're like, well, let's see who they're talking to. And it's the vice president admitting all of his dastardly deeds. He's just like, I'm the vice president. Good thing you guys mutantied. This thing sucks. Yeah, mutantied.
You saying mutantied to me?
Mutantied. How many T's are in that word?
Just one.
This is the episode where everything we say is said incorrectly.
It's actually, it's a mutiny.
A mutano.
And I think that'll do it, right?
I mean, I have more to say, but we're well over time because we did too many accents.
What do you have to say? What else you got to say?
The vice president has a funny handshake where he...
Okay, that's what we had to go back for?
Where he shakes Pegleg's hand and then with his right hand...
he puts his other hand on it and kind of rubs it.
Yeah, it's like in Troy...
Like when you're meeting the president?
When he's like, will you go to war with me, brother? And they do that very funny... full forearm grip. It's like a light version of that.
Yeah. And it's then very like when you pose for a picture shaking a president's hand.
Yeah. Okay, we should fucking end this episode right now.
And also like our lives. I think we should end our lives as well.
It's me, suicide. Don't put that in the episode.
Okay, come on now. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I don't think I can use that. Oh,
I'm Jesse McGrath
for the art. Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at @JMcGrizz, where you can send all of your hate mail. I'll accept it this week. That one's on me. This one's on me for sure.
God.
You can find my writing online. You can catch me at Super Trash Bros, which is streamed on Twitch or live IRL. I have a show in Brooklyn this Wednesday, which by the time you listen to this will have already happened. What do you got, Wilder?
Yeah, cool. So keep them posted on that. Oh, god damn it. Wildershaw on Instagram. Wildershaw_ on Twitter. I have another podcast called He Loves Me Not on iTunes. You could read the blog that me and Jesse both write, JesseWildersGuideToLife.com. Thank you to Adam Faye for the art. Thank you to T-Bone Jones for the theme music. T-Bone Jones. And, of course, tune in next week for Mike's phone number.
Oh, yeah.